Hello Year 2. Today in English we're going to be making a prediction. I've got a book to share with you and we're going to use the front cover of the story and the blurb on the story to make a prediction about what we think the story might be about. Here we go. This is our story for this week in English and our book is called Gorilla. We're going to have a look at the front cover and read the blurb and see if we can make some predictions about what we think the story might be about. After we've thought about our predictions, we're going to write these in super sentences with our capital letters and full stops and using that conjunction because to explain why we think different things. So, first of all, a prediction. Well, a prediction means a sensible guess. So we're going to predict, we're going to think, we're going to guess what we think the story might be about by using some of the knowledge on the front of the book and the information in the blurb on the back of the book. So I'll give you a few minutes to have a look at the front cover. You've got this front cover to download to write your sentences. I'll turn over and we can have a look at the back of the book. Miss Ford's going to read the blurb to you. The classic story of a lonely girl, a friendly gorilla, and their amazing night out. Have a little look. So, I'd like you to tell your grown-up what you think the story might be about. Who do you think the main characters might be in the story? What gives you a clue? What time of day do you think the story is set? What gives you a clue? Where do you think the story's set? What gives you a clue? Do you think the story is non-fiction, that means it's real, or fiction, a made-up story? What gives you a clue? I'm going to reread the blurb and see if we can make any predictions from the blurb. The classic story of a lonely girl, a friendly gorilla, and their amazing night out. What can we tell from the blurb? A classic story of a lonely girl, a friendly gorilla, and their amazing night out. We can use this information to make some predictions, some guesses. Okay, let's have a look together now. Gorilla. Miss Ford's had a little look at the front cover and she thinks the story might be about a gorilla because the title of the story is Gorilla and I can see a gorilla on the front cover. I think the main characters in the story might be a gorilla and a little girl and maybe a cat because on the front cover I can see a gorilla, a little girl and a cat. Also, I think the story might be set at night time because I can see a moon and some stars. I believe the story might be set in the woods because on the front cover I can see some trees. I think this might be a story about a lonely girl because on the blurb it tells me the girl is lonely. Also, I think the story might be about a kind, friendly gorilla because on the front cover he looks nice and kind and on the blurb it tells me he is a friendly gorilla. Have a nice close look. Can you make any more predictions, any guesses? Now we're going to have a go at writing some of these sentences together, remembering to use our capital letters, our finger spaces and our full stops. Miss Ford's going to have a go at writing her sentences on the computer today. You can either print your sheet out and write these words, write it in a notebook, or have a go on the computer too. But remember, they must be full super sentences. Okay, so using our picture of the front cover and of the blurb, we're going to write these sentences together. I'm going to start my first sentence with I predict. And you can see up here we've got our learning objective to make a prediction of the story Gorilla by Anthony Brown. I predict the main character in this story. Oh, let's thread finger story together. Or shut the door. E. I predict the main character in this story is a gorilla. Because, using that conjunction because to explain our predictions, our guesses, our thoughts. I predict the main character in this story is a gorilla because I can see a gorilla on the front cover and the title of the book is also Gorilla. Full stop at the end of my sentence. Now I'm going to change the way that I open my next sentence. I believe. I believe the story is set at night time. Because, using that conjunction because to explain, because I can see a moon and some stars in the sky. Full stop. Another way to open our sentence, I think. I think this is a fiction book because on the blurb, it tells me it is a story. And also, I know that gorillas can't fly. Let's read what we've got so far. I predict the main character in the story is a gorilla because I can see a gorilla on the front cover and the title of the book is also Gorilla. I believe the story is set at night time because I can see a moon and some stars in the sky. I think this is a fiction book because on the blurb it tells me it is a story. And also I know that gorillas can't fly. Okay, a different way of opening it. Also, I predict or I believe or I think. Also, I think the gorilla might be a superhero because, superhero, because, using that conjunction to explain again, because he is flying through the sky. As well, always remembering those capital letters at the beginning of our sentence. As well, I think the little girl, whirl and twirl. As well, I think the little girl and the gorilla are friends because they are hugging and they both look happy.
I've got capital letters, finger spaces between each word. My tall letters are tall, my short letters are short. And I remember to use that conjunction because all the way through to explain my thoughts, my predictions and my guesses.
Okay, boys and girls, it's now your turn to have a go at writing some super sentences. Don't forget capital letters, finger spaces and full stops. Use that word because to explain those predictions. Tell me why you think that. Tell me why you guess that. And tell me why you believe that. Using your knowledge of the front cover and the blurb to help you. Me, Miss Billick and Miss McGrath can't wait to read all your super sentences. These can be done on the computer, on a piece of paper or in a notebook. And you can take a picture of them and then send them to us on an email. Well done, Year 2. We're really proud of you and I'm missing you lots at school. I can't wait to read your predictions on Gorilla. Bye!